Hello friends, my name is Charmaine and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about a concept that I picked up in the book called The Myth of Normal. I brought this book up maybe last month and I'd only been a couple chapters in and recommended it highly. I still do recommend it highly. Chapter 26 of the book, The Myth of Normal, talks about the 4 A's. In trauma, these are usually parts of you that have been injured and need to be addressed. And so by having these 4 A's addressed, you welcome a more healing aspect to your life. These 4 A's, what are they? What do I need to work on to gain more healing in my life? The first A is authenticity. Authenticity is accepting oneself fully. Usually authenticity can be spotted when there's a lack of it. So what does a lack of authenticity look like? Tension and anxiety, irritability and regret, depression and fatigue. If these surface, what are you defying, resisting, ignoring, or avoiding? Number 2, agency. Agency is the capacity to freely take responsibility for our own existence, exercising responsibility in all essential decisions that affect our lives to every extent possible. So what does a lack of agency look like? Well, it creates a stress response in the body. And that almost goes right back to tension, anxiety, irritability, regret, depression, and fatigue. Number 3, anger. And that doesn't mean like get blow up angry all you want. It's a healthy anger. Healthy anger is being able to make boundaries when necessary and not feeling like you're unable to make a boundary because it might hurt somebody's feelings. Our brains are wired for this boundary defense, and yet sometimes we completely ignore it to save other people's feelings, ultimately hurting ourselves. Number 4, acceptance. Acceptance is allowing things to be as they are, however they are. Acceptance is when we are free from rejecting or even condoning. And acceptance also has to take place even if it's something you don't want to accept. Sometimes there are things in our lives that are extremely difficult to accept. There are a few things in my life that I had to learn to radically accept, which is really letting go of having the idea that I would ever have answers for any of my questions. Acceptance can be very difficult. These are the 4 A's that are talked about in the book, The Myth of Normal, and I will drop the book description in the video description. While you're on your healing journey, think to yourself if you have the 3 A's. Are you able to be authentic? Do you have agency? Are you expressing healthy anger by setting boundaries, healthy boundaries? And are you able to accept even when things are very difficult to accept? I know going forward in my healing journey, I will be using the 4 A's as sort of a gauge to see anytime I have some sort of attack of feels. Because usually when I have an attack of feels, something's going on. Usually it's my boundaries being challenged, but there's been instances that I felt unable to be authentic, even though nobody said I couldn't be authentic. There are some instances where I feel like my agency was taken away from me when maybe I kind of gave it a little too freely. And I know there's been a ton of things in my life that I have not wanted to accept, and only when I was able to accept them was I able to move on. I hope this look into the 3 A's helps you in your healing journey. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. And until next time, light and love, friends.